In your lineup here now?
Yes, we're going 7 Ds and we're going 11 forwards, obviously. All our usual guys, obviously, except Smitty, that's gone, are going to be in. And on defense, Woolley is going to take the warm up, and Rotowa is going to take the warm up also.
Okay, but those two are likely going to be the
outs? Yeah,
okay.
They will be.
But, what are you looking for here today or tonight against Vegas, and maybe in particular your start?
Hoping to be able to sustain what we're able to do for 60 minutes, and we know we do a lot of good things. We know we're hard to beat, but we also know that in the third periods, in the absence of right now we're missing a full line, but we were missing some Ds, and so when we went 7 Ds, we won 3 games in a row, and the minute we went down to 6, it was tougher in the third period, and hopefully that helps us today to sustain what we do, especially on defense. Boro's a vet, so that's going to help a lot, ease a bit of the workload that some of the young guys had to take in the last games, and I think with our forwards, well, we're going to be able to put back our top players a few more times on the ice with having 11 forwards.
Mark Borowiecki can add just a little bit more. You have more of an impact, perhaps, on.
Well, for sure. Like penalty kill, that's huge. I mean, he's going to log some mids there, and CC back, that's going to help too, because he was gone for a while too. So right now, like I said, it's the defensive side of our game that's going to be our challenge from first months, because we need to groom some players, and it's normal, and so the PK is part of the defensive part of the game, and that's why it's like the 5-on-5 defensive part of the game. We need to grow there. We know that.
You've seen I guess 3 weeks in now of the season. Can you notice a jump yet in terms of pace, or maybe it's defensive coverage and teams? Like, has it changed a little bit yet?
Not really, I would say. No, I think the biggest change starts in November, December. You could see it kick in, I would say. Right now, the biggest change is you can see teams are getting more structured.
Okay.
I think it's more of that than anything. It's just you start the year, everybody's kind of all over the place a little bit. But as you move 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you can start to see clearly the team systems and the discipline in it, because the guys are sharper and sharper, and I think right now what we're seeing about ourselves is that we're able to play against anybody, which is a positive thing. But in the absence of some really important players, we have to recognize that it's going to take everybody, to beat a team by doing it 60 minutes, and we saw that last game. I thought we were really good for 2, and in the third period we had no juice left to manage that.
You were talking yesterday about not wanting to put 2 young guys together. And you got
yes.
White and Foreman. So what do you think of his game?
Oh, he played great the other game. I thought he's doing really good. So, he's not just getting breakaways, but he's improving everything else. He's handling the puck well, he's protecting the puck well, and he's back checking hard. Like all the things that I thought he was going to be able to do, he's doing. So he's all the young guys are really developing well and fast. So that's not an issue. It's just time, like I said. So they're going to make mistakes. The old guys are going to make mistakes. But I think as a group, the guys are really keen on working together. And whenever something happens where a young guy's having a hard time, you can see the whole bench is really behind the kid. So that's clear that we've got a good culture going. We got a really good chemistry going, and that's given us some possibilities to win games. But as we move along, there'll be some guys coming back in the lineup for sure. I mean, Tkachuk's not close, but obviously he's a big part now. We know that, how good he is. So that's going to help us too. Now Smitty, that's tough. That's tough for us, because he was helping us so much on 5-on-5, but also penalty kill and playing against the best players. And we know that's our biggest issue, is to be able to play against the other team's top players. So he's one of those guys. So hopefully we're able to find a way to compensate that, and maybe we do have our top players play against the other team's top players at some point. So that's something that we haven't done much of. So we'll see where we go with that.